Hello, everyone. What's fundamentally changed in the last 50 years of Indian democracy, Indian elections? And I was reading this article in one of the magazines, which carried photographs of the first election that was held 50 years ago, and the state of affairs currently. What's ailing Indian democracy? What's failing Indian democracy? Is it the voters themselves, or are the politicians, who are the central figure for any elections? I think it is the politicians themselves who are failing I mean, there are three dimensions to it. One is the style of governance that we call as democracy. The other is the central players in democracy. There are two of them. One is the politicians themselves, and the other is uh, the people who participate. Both these people participate. The politicians who wants to be elected representatives, they participate in a they're top of the ladder, they're top of the pyramid, and the other participants are who the democracy is meant for. As Abraham Lincoln said, it is for the people and by the people. uh, they're the second or the third level of, they're the bottommost pyramid, they're the bottommost of the pyramid, who are also participants. So who's failing? Is the democracy as a system is outlived its lifespan, or the politicians who stand to get benefited out of democracy, who wanted to be the elected representatives, or the people, for whom it is built, for whom it is designed, and whom it's executed, are they failing? It's an, so my here's my answer. I think it's the politicians who are failing the democratic system, especially in India. If you look at the polity 50 years ago to what it is now, I personally believed, instead of this evolving to a more matured model, this has gone down. For the simple reason being that, you look at 40 years ago, the politics had ethics. They had it was fought on meritocracy. It was not so vulgar as it is today. It is not so self-centered as it today. It was fought on national interests, um, you know and it was fought on, personal values and ethics and principles. Today, if you look at today you look at politics and the political parties who run politics in India, I think it's just missing everything. I don't see, it's no more a value based system, it's no more a policy based system, it's no more a principle based system, and there's absolutely lack of ethics. 40 years ago, there was a lot more accountability. The nation came first. Today, the nation comes last, and I personally believe there's zero accountability. This winning at all cost is done more damage to politics, to democracy, than helping in any other way. Maybe, maybe this maybe as time flows by, as time passes by, democracy itself will evolve. Democracy itself will evolve to a more uh, more acceptable form than it is today. I don't know if it was acceptable 40 years, 50 years ago. I was not there. 50 years ago, or maybe, maybe uh, it will evolve. I don't think we need to be worried about it. We have, lived, um, 70 years in this democratic country, and it always found a way to evolve itself. So maybe my democracy will also evolve. I personally believe democracy will evolve as technology advances. Uh, we already see that the outcome of elections, outcome of the democratic process begins to be greatly influenced by technology. So in coming years, technology will play a central part in the way, elections are conducted, elections are fought, and will play a very pivotal role in determining the outcomes of elections. Um, I do believe as computer systems advance, as they begin to, acquire human-like capabilities, both cognitive and the ability to both cognitive and artificial intelligence, as they begin to evolve more, uh, they will uh, play a very vital role um, in democracy, and the way politics is played out, and the way common man like you and me, participate in the whole democratic process. So I guess technology is going to be a big savior. Technology will one day probably clean up the system. You know, it will uh, it will potentially help deliver the full value, the benefits of a democratic system. Thank you.